man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Got our official sponsor, Greenwood Stock Trading. If you want to learn how to make some passive income, some extra money, so you can invest in your future and your kids' future, give them a call for a free 10-minute consultation, 281-760-3170. Go get to the bag.
All right, man, let's talk about, Will Jermell, Charlo vacate the belts. Now, he said, I ain't vacate nothing. I'm going to go ahead and fight. But Al Haymon make those decisions. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is they will be handing the whole division over to Tyzu. And he like to have control and power over divisions. Look at 47. He done constipated 47 for a long time. It ain't that, Jermell Charlo don't think he can win, or they don't think Jermell Charlo can win, but it's a risk. Then he take all them belts over to, Australia, but then what he can say is, well, I got Fondor in the back pocket, but if he beat Jermell, I know styles make fights. How you feel about Fondor, who performances are up and down, and they just don't continue to challenge him? He go for fight Leuven to, I forget who he fought his last fight. Then he go from fighting that guy to fighting Brian Mendoza. And you like, bruh, you know what I'm saying? I understand they don't want to take a risk of losing the interim title, but you got to keep challenging him, or his skill set is going to diminish, or it's not going to develop where it should be at. So, I mean, like I said, boxing fans are saying, it's a foregone conclusion that that Jermell gonna beat Tyzu, but we seen how Al Haymon was trying to get Gervonta Davis out the Ryan Garcia fight, and Ryan Garcia just took a 360 deal with Al Haymon. Coach Malachi said it's a rumor, and I can believe it that Bernard and Oscar said you would be stupid to take this deal. And at the same time, he took it. So if they ain't had no faith, and if they need the hot wire contract between Gervonta and Ryan Garcia, a fighter Ryan Garcia caliber, then what they need to do versus a guy like versus like Tyzu, who square business. And everybody said, oh man, Jermell just gonna beat Tyzu. They said the same thing about Terrell Boucher. They moved the goalposts. They said the same thing about Tony Harrison. They moved the goalposts. And he whooped Jermell Charlo ass. It's going, Charlo stayed at the way too long, and he was jet lagged from going to Houston and San Antonio, and it's gonna be all these excuses, dude. This dude been ready to fight him for over a year now. And usually they don't move guys that quickly. You know what I'm saying? That's what you gotta remember. Usually they don't move guys that quickly. That's one thing that you got to remember. Usually they don't move guys that quickly, and especially even in Al Haymon stable. But foreign wise, they take their time. And Tyzu said he'd be setting up shop in America for the Charlo fight and stepping in sparring and everything up. My thing is Al Haymon risks losing the whole division, and at some point Charlo got to move up. But you just gonna hand the whole division possibly over to Tyzu? We'll see. Don't be surprised if it ain't no hand injury setback. They say Jermell is back in the gym. That's what Tyzu team said. He had his little thing off and all of that. And we know how Al Haymon go out his way not to give the fans what they want. Now, at one point, the fans were saying didn't know if Tyzu was worthy. Now, they kind of trying to change their tune and say, now it's a more interesting fight. I told y'all it's an interesting fight to begin with. I done watched Charlo struggle with guys lesser than Tyzu. I'm telling you. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. He can't take the pressure, bruh. But his chin, his durability, that bails him out. That's why he moved up in weight, dude. Even though 60 ain't shit. If 60 was a serious weight class, he might be in a bit of trouble if that durability and chin and power don't translate. He might, but he could box too, though. So I will give him that, but if you got Fondor in the cut to get the belts back, so I mean we'll see. We'll see, but man, he gonna, he possibly can hand that shit, and niggas have to go through Australia to catch dude. Y'all know it. He gonna have to go to Australia to catch to get Tyzu. It ain't no rematch clause. It's a mandatory. So you got to remember that too. They can't put all that weight stipulation and all that in there. It's a mandatory. So they can't hotwire that contract because they ordered it. So don't be surprised, bro. They find they finesse their way out the fight. I don't listen to what the fighters say, because the fighter over at PBC, the fighters today don't have no control. They make you believe they running their career and all that. Man, they ain't running shit. Charlo tell you, I don't pick the opponents. I just fight. He said that shit all the time. I don't pick the opponents. I just fight. So, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it, but, I can see Al Haymon doing that, bro. Oh, we gonna just drop the belt. I mean, I don't understand. I know he probably want to defend Undisputed. That's just gonna cost you X amount, XYZ and amount of money too. That's why you see people defend it, keep the belts they want, or move up. And people talking about, well, I stay at 54 my whole career. They ain't even no real weight class. A lot of them dudes down there don't understand why they don't get no respect, because it's not a real weight class. Not an original weight class. That's why it's hard to make the pound for pound list at 54 unless you got to fight like Mayweather and Oscar De La Hoya or some shit like that, because it's not a real weight class. It's not genuine. That's why it's hard to get. That's another reason why it's hard to get on the pound for pound list. It's for dudes who feel like they not ready for 60 but can't quite make 147. That's why that's why I don't get the glory that a welterweight get, or a middleweight get, or light heavyweights sometimes get. It's not real. And I don't know who idea was to continue to put catchweight divisions in there. Either you 47 or you go to 60. And that's what it is. But I can see him vacate, not wanting to get the belts back over to Tyzu, him run over to Australia. But then again, I've always tried to understand what's Al Haymon end game for controlling these divisions. He not making the fights fans want to see. What is it just to say, fuck the fans and I got the division and y'all can't do nothing about it? That's what it seemed like it to me. And luckily at 54, it just continue to be more and more surprises of guys that rise up and they gotta fight. Like Fondor just over there bum bashing, like, come on. Fondor literally over there just bum bashing. Bum bum two bum three bum 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 daddy bum bum. You know what I'm saying? I guess I'm out here tripping. Fucking ticket. But yeah, he out there just bum bashing. So. Like I continue to say, bro, I can see him make him vacate that belt. I definitely can see it, and it won't surprise me. It's just the politics. I give it a WBO belt that they failed to recognize when Terrence Crawford had it. They recognized it a little bit when Andy Ruiz had it. That's when they really start recognizing it. So I can see that. So yeah, it's a belt that they don't necessarily, observe. I can see them kind of just being like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to hand it over to him. Even if we feel like we can win, it's a risk. It's a risk. And I can see them kind of like saying that, like, oh man, it is a risk. let's just wait and see, or whatever the situation may be. So yeah, it ain't even a belt that they really mess with like that. So, so that's kind of the way I kind of look at it. Like that might happen. It ain't that Charlo scared or nothing like that. He fought everybody. He undisputed. He ain't required to fight Fondora or nobody else. He's done his job. So, we have to just wait and see kind of how to play out. Tyzu talking July. He said, hopefully they can get it in at the end of July. He trying to remain active. You got Charlo talking about the end of the summer. Possibly he should be able to return if it ain't no setbacks or something like that. So they kind of talking two different timelines. Not far off though. But he probably talking more like August, September-ish. Tyzu trying to get it in late July. They not trying to have PBC hold up their careers with inactivity. So we have to wait and see. But like I said before, I can see playing a politic game. Them Al Haymon making him do that. So we don't want no money in the fight or something. That's gonna be his excuse. Or he had a setback or something like that, and they strip him. So it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notification. We go live and drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel? Cash App, $CJGood313. Venmo, CJGood313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole 9. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know in the comment section. Peace.